Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan, an Olympian and beach volleyball world champion and a longtime professional indoor player.
I'm Adam, and this episode I'm here by choice.
Didn't force him. He came back. The Love House approved of our attempt of episode 1.
There was some very positive feedback. I was pleasantly surprised. Wasn't expecting that.
Very enthusiastic about the feedback, let me tell you.
I may have gone on Discord several times.
The man is giving the people what they want. What can we say? Okay, we realized in recording this that we have an interesting dynamic going on in that Adam is the newbie and I am the experienced Haikyu watcher. Shout out to the guy who called my peeking at the camera gymming. Thank you for noticing. That really made my day. I was doing that on purpose, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But I think Adam brings a very interesting perspective, as we all noticed, in that he's really nice compared to me. And he also made me question my entire identity in saying that young me is young Kageyama. So I'm still trying to recover from that.
I heard about that for 2 days straight.
But are you ready?
I'm ready. I think, are we allowed to make predictions? Or?
That's what we do here. We make predictions.
It's gonna be a rough start with all of the egos in the gym. I spent today actually thinking about what it was like to be 15.
Because we now know that they're in grade 10.
I've learned a lot.
Yes.
What it was like to be 15 back in the gym with all of that testosterone pumping. So it's gonna be, I'm curious. I think it's gonna be a rough go.
We will find out. Today we're watching season 1, episode 2 of Haikyu called Karasuno High School Volleyball Club. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be hard for me to bite my tongue, but I'm gonna try my best. We'll see what Adam thinks. Okay, so here we go. Season 1, episode 2 is starting right now. Just in case we didn't remember how badly he got smoked last episode.
We'll see. I wonder what he did. I wonder what he did in the off season between that match and this one.
Who? Hinata?
What is that off season?
He played with the old ladies.
Oh, okay.
And he went running a lot. Remember?
Oh, right.
He decided it was okay to train with the old ladies.
Probably. Best passers.
That's what you said.
Ladies are the best passers.
That's what you said.
Man, he looks tall.
He is tall.
A lookalike. His arch nemesis
like
lookalike.
A doppelganger.
Ooh, that's a hit to the ego. Just making sure he knows where he fits.
You sucked!
Such a typical interaction. Ooh.
コート上の王様なのに
Okay, I want to know how he got the nickname King of the Court at 14 years old. There's got to be a backstory there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell.
And I can't tell it to you.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta hang tight.
Question of the day.
Question of the day. How did Kageyama get the nickname King of the Court? I don't want to tell you.
No, that's
you
fair.
need to just like
I'll hang in.
let this all soak into your soul, you know?
But I think it's interesting that he's telling him you're good physically, but you're a lousy volleyball player. And then then he comes. Yeah, true. But there's a little bit of like, know where you fit here.
Condescension.
Yes. But you didn't get picked for the best team. So it's a little. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna end up bonding over that. But for right now.
But it's like, you can think what you want about me, but we're in the same place here.
Yeah.
So let's remember that.
But they still have that combative, like, I want to beat you attitude, which is, I mean, eventually going to have to go. But
you would hope, yeah.
It's not a positive nickname. Nothing worse than overhearing a conversation you're not meant to hear.
I was just going to say the same thing. There's literally nothing worse than overhearing people talk about you. Like, what do you even do? I have been in that situation many times.
Yeah.
It is... I can't even think of a word to describe how incredibly, like, awkward it is.
Well, but and again, you're in a situation where there's a power dynamic between the two guys, but he just found out that he was cut, and the seniors are talking shit about him. Like...
We try our best not to cuss on this channel, but Adam's a beginner, so you'll have to cut him some slang.
My bad.
If you guys knew me in my real life, you'd be shocked at how little I swear on here.
I didn't realize there were channel rules. My fault. I will be better.
Adam's a newbie. Okay.
My apologies, everybody. Rolling up in the same tracksuits, I like it. Tell me that guy doesn't play.
I don't remember him making all these faces at the beginning.
He's just getting creeping around in the back.
What?
No, this is the other thing about, I mean, probably sports in general, but specifically in volleyball, is you're always looking to see who is taller. He's like sneaking around the back and like changing his angle to see who's taller.
You were like, what's he doing slinking around the back? What does everybody do who's slinking around the back? He's trying to like get the angle to see who's taller. I don't know what I just did with my neck there. I dislocated something, but...
That's a chiropractor, no?
Whew. But yes, you were right. Kageyama is tall.
そうだ。俺、カラスノに来たんだ。よし。ちまった。身長いくつだ。180です。ほー、本当は超生意気な。
The little brother.
ほら、お前、チームの一番。
Shorty number one.
じゃあ、このもう一枚の入部届のひなたってお前か。
So let me guess. The middle guy's in the love house.
Let me tell you something. Do you want to know why Adam keeps saying that everybody's in the love house? It's because they look like him. Daichi, dark hair. Kageyama, tall, dark hair, blue eyes. Adam thinks that every love house resident looks like him.
I mean, you do have a type.
I have a type, but not in Haikyu.
Okay.
The love house is open.
I didn't realize the rules in your fantasy world were different.
No, it's not fantasy world, it's real life.
Okay.
そうか。お前らどっちもカラスノか。俺たち去年のお前らの試合見てたんだ。 お前チビで下手くそだったけどナイスガッツだったぞ。まあでもすごかったよな。それにしてもあんま育ってねえな。
Oof. Shot to the heart.
でも小さくても俺は止めます。カラスノのエースになってみせます。
You can't say
入っ
that.
て早々エース宣言か。いい度胸だな。いいじゃん。
Ooh, he realizes he screwed up.
なあ。頑張ります。お前エースになるなんて言うからにはちゃんと上手くなってんだろうな。ちんたらしてたらまた3年間棒に振るぞ。なんだと。どうしてそういうこと言うんだ影山。俺だって精一杯やったけど。
He's not gonna be able to help himself.
でも
He's gonna challenge him to
無駄だ
something.
ったみたいに言うな。
Short court, maybe.
お前らさ、もう敵同士じゃないって分かってる？バレーボールは繋いでなんぼ。勝負しろよ。おい、あいつらの話の途中だろうが。何の勝負？バレーの決まってんだろ。1対1でどうやって勝負するんだ？パスとか。パスに勝ち負けがあんのか？聞けやこら。騒がしいなバレー部。教頭先生。喧嘩じゃないだろうね。まさか。
Wait, is sensei like a title?
It's when you
Or a sign of
correct me if
respect?
I'm wrong, but it is when you're like somebody's like higher up than you. You say
Got
sensei.
it. Okay. I was just curious.
I feel like an authority figure,
It's sensei.
but like for on the team, the upperclassmen are referred to as senpai.
Also, it's a complete
It's a complete
hierarchical
different
thing.
word.
Yeah.
Like the teammates, the older teammates are called senpai, but like the teachers and authority figures are called sensei.
Got it.
何かっつうと問題行動に従う教頭だからおとなしく。サーブ打てよ。
He's like, no! Do what I want.
去年は1本しか取れなかった。
Passing contest.
その1本も顔面だけど、俺だっていろんな人たちと練習してきたんだ。
The ladies.
もう去年までの俺とは違う。去年とは違う。
I feel like this is not the first and won't be the last time that his mouth gets him in trouble.
俺だって去年とは違うぞ。
He's gonna get embarrassed again.
勝手なことはやめなさいね。あれは1年生かね。落ち着け、ビビるな。おばちゃんたちのサーブで散々練習してきたんだ。
The whole ladies.
ジャンプサーブ、去年の普通の。俺も取れる。こんなサーブ打つやつ、女子にもおばちゃんにもいねえんだよ。それのどこが去年と違うんだ。もう一本。おい、いい加減にしろ。首相の指示を聞かないなんて問題だね。
Ooh.
お、反応早い。きっちり正面でボールを捉え。
The team's getting a suspension.
あれ、ズラだったのか。気づくの遅えよ。みんな入学式で気づいてたぞ。お前ら黙れ。田中も黙れ。沢村君、ちょっといいかな。
So that went pretty much exactly how I expected.
Pretty
it to
much
go.
as badly as it could have gone.
That's not true. He made a read from like 6 to 5 on a spin serve and got there.
He
didn't-
passed it into his teeth
Yeah, but it's better than
and then
not
knocked the vice principal's hair off.
It's better than not touching it at all. No.
Really?
I mean,
Would you rather touch it like
no, I would rather not get hit in the face. I'm just saying, if we're building on the positives.
You know who else was building on the positives in that last scene? The gray-haired player with the
Yes.
shaggy hair.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but do you guys know what I'm thinking?
Ooh, the crows.
幸いにも特にお咎めなし、謝罪もいらない。が何も見なかったことにした。だがお前らは。お前がちゃんと取らないからだ、下手くそ。何が去年と違うだ。ふざけんな。期待して損したクソが。
いちいち一言余計だな。
ああ、少し聞いてほしいんだけどさ。お前らがどういう動機でカラスノに来たかは知らないけど、当然勝つ気で来てるんだろ。
はい、
もちろんです。カラスノは数年前まで県内ではトップを争えるチームだった。一度だけだが全国へも行った。でも今はよくて県ベスト8。特別弱くも強くもない。他校からの呼び名は落ちた強豪、飛べないカラス。カラスノが春高で全国大会に出た時のことはよく覚えている。近所の高校のたまにそこらですれ違う高校生が東京のでっかい体育館で全国の猛者たちと戦っている。鳥肌が立ったよ。もう一度あそこへ行く。
The wingless crows. Gave me a little chills.
It did? Ladies and gentlemen, we are in episode 2, and we have succeeded in inducing the goosebump.
There's nothing better than having a goal and wanting to work towards that.
Well,
Okay, but wait. So are the crows the mascot, or just...
okay, so based on everything that our subscribers have taught me, Karasuno, when it's broken down into its Japanese, the translation, not directly Karasuno, but it involves crows.
Okay. Do schools have mascots? Is that a thing, or just a name association?
It's like literally like word association, like
Yeah.
direct translation.
Which is why they call them the...
Hit me up with the comments because I know I just butchered that real bad. But anyways, part of the word Karasuno is crow.
Got it.
So that is kind of like what they are known as. So that's why there's like the crow imagery.
Yeah.
But did you notice that at the beginning they were eating garbage?
We have the flightless crows.
But then when he looked at the sky, he was like, and then they were like flying.
Yeah, that was the goosebumps part.
I am wondering if throughout you know what? Goal number 1 accomplished, the goosebump. Goal number 2, guess what it is?
I don't know.
Crying.
Oh, that's... We'll see.
Adam's getting more emotional in his old age. Will he be sobbing and having snot running down his face like me? Probably not. But if we can get a glisten in his eyeball at some point over these seasons,
That's the goal?
yes.
Okay. I make no promises.
You don't have to make any promises. Haikyu will do the work.
Alright.
小さな巨人と同じコートに行く。
全国出場、とりあえずの夢として掲げてる高校なんていくらでもありますよ。
この野郎。
心配しなくてもちゃんと本気だよ。そのためにはチーム一丸とならなきゃいけないし、共闘にも目をつけられたくないわけだよ。俺はさ、お前らにお友達になれって言ってんじゃないのね。中学の時にネットを挟んだ敵同士だったとしても、今はネットのこっち側同士だってことを自覚しなさいって言ってんのね。どんなに優秀だろうが、一生懸命でやる気があろうが、仲間割れした挙句チームに迷惑をかけるようなやつはいらない。互いがチームメイトだって自覚するまで部活には一切参加させない。
Ooh. I mean, up until he locked him out of the gym, I was like, that's exactly what you want in a captain. Bring the new guys in. Lay down the rules. Tell them what the expectations are. I can't say I saw him locking him out of the gym.
gonna take away from practices, what do you expect?
No, I get that. I feel like there might be some other ways of doing that. But
I thought that speech was wonderful. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what you want in a captain. I just didn't expect him to lock him out of the gym.
Given a little twist already. Thank you, Daichi.
Oh, that's Daichi?
That's his name.
Okay. I like him.
Yeah, me too. Commercial break. I love these.
いいのかよ大地、貴重な部員だろ。っていうかチームとかって徐々になっていくもんだろ。分かってるがすみませんでした。コーチともちゃんと協力します。部活に参加させてください。本音は試合で今のこいつと協力するぐらいならレシーブもスパイクもトスも全部俺一人でやれればいいのにって思ってる。何言ってんのお前なんで本当に言っちゃうんだよ本音をいいと思うよそういうの。でもさボールを落としちゃダメ、持ってもダメ、一人が続けて二度触るのもダメっていうバレーボールでどうやって一人で戦うのお前。
I mean, probably not the smart move to tell him exactly how he felt. But I will say, given that both of them really want to play, very interesting method, will be very effective.
Yeah, but like Kageyama doesn't have a filter, obviously.
I'm just saying the similarities are hilarious. What?
I need a break. Adam. I don't...
I have a filter, I know.
I wouldn't... Anyways, let's keep going.
なんだ実はバカなんだ。
What? That's like legit, a blocking thing.
前にコートもボールもあるのにお預けはひどいよ。
くそこんなことしてる時間はない。さっさと入れてもらう。
チームメイトの自覚できたのか。
俺は戦力になる。部に入る理由なんてそれだけで十分だ。
さすが王さでもどうすんだよ。
俺たち2人で2対2の勝負を挑んで勝ったら入れてもらう。一緒に戦えば嫌でも仲間っぽく見えるだろう。手っ取り早い。
先輩相手にかよ。負けたらどうすんだ。
負けねえよ。俺がいる。
マジかこいつ。
Little too arrogant for
素で
me.
言ってんのか。
お前はできる限り全力で俺の足を引っ張らない努力をしろ。
はあ？そんなこと言われてはい努力しますなんて言うやついねえんだよ。
じゃあどうすんだ。ずっとそこから眺めてるつもりか。
中学で俺の出た試合はお前んとことのあの1回きりだ。それまで人足んなくて大会に申し込みもできなかったし場所もないから体育館でも廊下でもいつも隅っこで練習してた。
廊下？
だから初めての試合でかい体育館のあのコートの真ん中に立った時自分が主役になったみたいでグワーってなった。ずっとそこにいたかったけど。
コートに残るのは強いやつだけだからな。 すんだ。多分2人で行かなきゃ門前払いだぞ。
バレーボールやれるならちょっとくらい嫌なことだって俺は我慢できる。お前がどんだけ嫌なやつでも極力視界に入れないように頑張る。
こっちのセリフだバカ野郎。
そこ通してくれる？
The sparkles.
Oh man.
清子さん、お疲れ様です。お持ちします。
いい、自分で持っていくから。
清子さん、今日も美しいっす。いやー、虫興奮するっす。
Oh.
That's Kyoko.
Got that.
She's the manager.
Team favorite?
Team favorite? I mean, she's the manager.
Got
She's good at her job. That guy. You haven't learned his name yet, but it's Tanaka.
it. Okay.
He
The names are
loves
gonna
her.
get me.
Clearly, he's into her.
Kageyama is turning out to be a little more arrogant than I thought he was.
Oh, are we still the same person?
No, not in that regard.
He felt the pressure to say no because I looked at him like that.
No, I would never call you arrogant. That's not in your DNA. You're confident, you speak your mind.
No filter.
I can imagine that as a younger child you had less of a filter than you do now. But yeah, there's no room for that on the team.
He's very confident in his abilities.
No, there's a difference.
I just want to say, thinking back to when I first watched this, I can't remember how I felt about him. I do remember I think I thought he was a big jerk. But now that Adam is saying that I am him, minus the extreme arrogance, I think I have a little more of a soft spot for him.
Wait, he's like me?
勝負して勝ったら入れてくださいとか言ってきそうじゃないですかあいつら。
That's exactly what they said.
頭冷やしてちょこっと反省の色でも見せればいいだけなんだけどな。
キャプテン勝負させてください。
俺たち対先輩たちとで。
マジでか。せーの。ちゃんと協力して戦えるって証明します。
In sync.
They counted it together. 1, 2, 3.
せーのって聞こえたんだけど。
でも俺こういうやつら嫌いじゃないっすよ。負けたらどんなペナルティでも受けます。ちょうどいい。
That's a bold
お前
statement.
らの他に2人1年が入る予定なんだ。そいつらと3対3で試合やってもらおうか。毎年新入部員が入ってすぐ雰囲気見るためにやってるゲームだ。
でも3対3ですか。俺たち側のもう一人は。
田中、お前当日日向たちの方に入ってくれ。え、俺っすか。嫌いじゃないって言ったろ。関わるのはめんどくさいです。そっか。
Nobody wants to play the
イ
rooks.
メージを牛耳れるのは田中くらいだと思ったんだけどな。しょうがねえな。やってやるよ。嬉しいか。おい。で、お前らが負けた時だけど、少なくとも俺たち3年がいる間、影山にセッターはやらせない。
それだけですか。
個人技で勝負挑んで負ける自己中のやつがセッターじゃチームが勝てないからな。どうした。別に入部を認めないって言ってるわけじゃない。お前なら他のポジションだって余裕だろ。俺はセッターです。勝てばいいだろ。自分一人の力で勝てると思ったから来たんだろ。
俺もいます。
ゲームは土曜の午前。
俺もいますよ。
おめえらこの田中先輩がビシッだな。いいな。
Oh, baby!
These high school kids throwing around ultimatums on the team.
Daichi's a boss. Daichi's a boss. Okay, you have to tell me what you're thinking.
I
out
just-
loud.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as a coach, do I want my captain telling my star setter that he's never going to play if he loses? I mean, I get...
You wouldn't make the same choice?
I think when you're coaching, you have a little more perspective on where things are going to go. I get what he's
But how do you know
do.
he would even be the star setter? You don't know every other player's position.
No, but I'm assuming there's got to be some bad to be associated with the king. He doesn't like the nickname, but clearly he's talented. And if your high school isn't that good, like he's gonna be one of your best players. So it's interesting to see how they've set up a captain dealing with an obvious, like he's identified it's gonna be an issue, and he's trying to do it. It just seems a little extreme.
I do think it's interesting that all the focus is on Kageyama though, and his attitude problems. Hinata definitely, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate, so step off. But Hinata's provoking him also.
In what way?
Being like, oh, we need to challenge, I'm gonna beat you, I've been working hard, I'm better, like blah blah blah. Like, instead of walking into the gym and being like, oh cool, we're teammates, he immediately became antagonistic and was like poking at him.
I mean, that's just boys.
But that's what I'm saying, like Kageyama's the only one who's really being like told off.
Yeah, but when you're good, when you have that reputation, like this.
Spider-Man.
What are you talking about?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, I get that. But let's be honest, Kageyama is a nobody. He's played one match.
Well, you're
he jumps
throwing
on.
around statements like he's the star.
Sorry, I got the name wrong.
Hinata?
Hinata.
Oh, I'm like...
No, sorry. I'm bad with names. It's
Adam's
gonna take me a
terrible
second.
with names. So let's just be
I'm
patient.
gonna pick hair color. He's a nobody. He's played one match, he jumps high. They're looking at him going, maybe he'll be good, maybe he won't be.
He probably won't be.
Yeah, nobody's paying him any mind, which is why all the attention's on him. And the captain knows that if he can get that guy in line, they're gonna be better. That's the only thing he cares about right now.
So what you're saying is Daichi
Daichi
is a boss.
Daichi knows what's up.
なんかさ、あいつらにきついんじゃね？
確かにいつもより厳しいっすね、大地さん。
なんか特別な理由でもあんの？
なんだよ、自分ばっかペナルティーあるから怒ってんのか？でもお前別にセッターじゃなくったってすぐレギュラー取って活躍できるんじゃねえの？それにセッターよりスパイカーの方がかっこいいじゃん。
He probably has aspirations to be a national team star.
てめえ！セッターはチームの司令塔だぞ。試合中一番多くボールに触れるのがセッターだぞ。支配者っぽくて一番かっこいいだろうが。てめえの好きなスパイクだってセッターのトスがなきゃ打てねえんだぞ。
だってセッターって難しいくせに地味っていうか。
お前でっかい試合生で見たことあるか？
ない。
テレビで映す角度じゃ分かりづれえけどコートのエンド側から見んだよ。そうするとセッターの超速いトスがよく分かるんだよ。コートの端から端まで
Best place to watch a game from.
で敵のブロックの目の前をボールが過ぎておいそれ本当に打てんのかって思うんだけどトスの先にはスパイカーが飛んでてよ打つんだよドカーンっつって
おお。
確かにスパイカーはかっこいいけど敵のブロックを欺いてスパイカーの前の壁を切り開く難しくてかっこよくて面白いのがセッターだ。
お前がセッターやりたいのはよく分かった。
影山にセッターはやらせない。くそなんだ。
勝てばいいんだろ。お前先輩相手でも自信満々だったじゃねえか。
そうだ動揺すんな。こいつは当てにできないけどあの2年の人にトスを集めればおい土曜までにお前のクソレシーブなんとかするぞ。
クソ？ま
時
遅刻すんなよ。
おめえだよ
You don't be late!
So, anxiety problems.
Who?
The center. Here's my prediction. He is going to struggle in big moments. Okay. You don't have to say anything.
I do remember when I watched this through the first time, when he was giving that explanation about the setter role, I stopped it and I was like, yes.
Oh, it's bang on.
Like, beginners, and I will say it again, beginners and people who don't understand the game love the hitting role because it's flashy, because it's like
Power.
the glory, the power. But what he said about the setter is so spot on. And I hate watching volleyball from the side of the court. You have no idea what's going on. Any sport that you want to understand the X's and O's, watch it from the end.
I don't think I've ever watched a volleyball match from anything other than the end.
But the only hockey game I ever attended, we watched it from the end.
Yeah.
And then everything made sense to me. Because I was like, oh, this is how they're moving. This is the play that they're running. This is their, like, it's the same with volleyball. You don't understand the sport until you can see it from the end. Nailed it.
Well, I think the other thing too is if you have a mediocre setter on a really good team, that brings the level of the team down for sure. If you have a great setter on a mediocre team, that team will be very good.
Where have you heard that statement before?
Really?
I think I've said that so many times when I watch this through by myself.
If you have one player that you can do like individuals with or like train by themselves, you always take your setter.
I love training setters.
Yes.
I love training setters. Okay, we agree on that.
予想はしてたけど、鍵閉まってる。
じゃあ入れるまで探せ
見つかったらやべえだろうが、バカか。
やっぱきついな五条。
田中さん。
7時前には切り上げろよ。
So is he the guy playing with them?
Yes.
なんていい先輩なんだ俺。田中先輩と呼べ。
田中先輩
もう一回。確かにいつもより厳しいっすね、大地さん。なんか特別な理由でもあんの？
お前らも去年のあいつらの試合見ただろ。影山は中学生としてはずば抜けた実力を持っていたはずなのに、いまいち結果は残せていない。そんであの個人主義じゃ中学のリピートだ。チームの足を引っ張りかねない。でも中学と違うのは、今影山と同じチームに日向がいる。
日向？まあ確かに運動神経の塊って感じですけど。
うん、実力はまだまだだけど、類まれなスピードと反射神経を持ってて、加えてあのバネだ。でも中学ではセッターに恵まれなかった。そして影山は自分のトスを打てる速いスパイカーを求めてる。あいつら単独じゃ不完全だけど、才能を合わせたらコンビネーションが使えたらカラスノは爆発的に進化する。
I have goosebumps.
そう思わないか。
おい、時間ない。コンビネーションとか以前の問題だよ、この野郎。
体育館。
昨日も来たろうが。
小さな巨人もここで練習したんだな。よーし、やるぞー。
Okay, I literally got goosebumps I don't think the Goosies hit me so quick in my first watch through.
Why not?
I don't know, because I just didn't know like what was gonna happen and what was gonna come.
That's fair.
But like that explanation of like why and everything, like,
He would make a good coach.
Daichi?
Yeah. He's very in tune with the people around him, like even after a short period of time.
Very emotionally intelligent.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if his methods work. Why?
You're very emotionally intelligent.
I'll take your word for it.
But you, so far, remind me of a mixture of the characters we've met, a mixture of Daichi and the gray-haired shaggy guy.
He hasn't had.
His name's Suga.
Okay.
But he was like a soft heart. And you have a soft heart. But then you're very emotionally intelligent like Daichi. Okay, so the reason that Tanaka is so crazy about them calling him senpai is because he's a second year.
Ooh, so he's like earning his stripes like a year before.
Exactly.
Got
So
it.
like he was in their position last year, but now finally people are younger than him. So he's like, say it again.
Yeah, now he can abuse the power of not being a first year.
Exactly.
Always the first road trip of the year. The guys who are no longer rookies are the worst ones.
Very true. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting to see the dynamic between the two of them. And
It's hard to watch, honestly. Like,
yeah, and I expected something along those lines, but I didn't expect the setter to be quite so
abrasive.
outwardly arrogant. The abrasiveness I can deal with, like he's serious, he says it how it is, but that condescension to your teammates. I mean, I look at it in terms of what helps or hinders the team. You want somebody, especially in a setter, who's confident, who's going to make decisions, who's going to go out and do his thing, but the way he talks to his teammates is not going to build confidence in them. And as a setter, you need your hitters to be confident. You want them to feel good, and that's something that he's going to have to learn how to manage. Whether they're good or bad, whether they're having a good game or not, like, part of your job is to make them look and feel good, because that's how you'll be successful.
Well, we will see what happens. It sounds like we will be meeting the two other first years
Yes.
soon. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this training goes and how this 3-on-3 match goes with the other first years. Kageyama is playing for his life as a setter. So
But only for a year.
we got some desperation here. Yes, until the third years are gone, you're right. So, hit us up with your comments. We would love to hear what you think. I'm excited to meet you guys, I've already met them. I'm excited for Adam to meet the other characters. Watching this through a second time is great.
Do you like it better?
Yes, I do, because I'm able to I know the people's names, I know their temperaments, I know like what they're about. So being able to pick up on the details now is like bonus, because at the beginning you're so like overwhelmed with all this like information and stuff.
I am spending a lot of brain power trying to remember who's who.
Okay. Lost a couple brain cells and poof, just exploded. So yeah, it's nice to like have that foundation and to be able to like enter it with that knowledge. So we will get you there. But as
I'm
I
gonna
said,
make many more mistakes.
it's fine. We're fine with that. As I said, hit us up with your comments. We'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because season 1, episode 3 of Haikyu is coming next week.
See you guys later.
Thanks.